Pedro Rivera.
Is that okay? 3. Okay. I'm on off.
Welcome back to Kurtz Field, everybody. We apologize for some technical problems, and we've got things up and running again. Unfortunately, for the Bobcats, at least, the Florida Tech Panthers have added some runs. They picked up a run here in the top of the 7th inning. Bases loaded, nobody out, and then a ground ball now by Rivera to shortstop. They go the short route to second base, and that will do it. They pick up a run. They had 3 straight hits off Veldsma, who came on in relief of the Bobcat starter Kamak. Kamak chased in the 6th inning with a 2-run home run by Contanza to make it 6-0. And the Bobcats in the bottom half of the 6th inning, unable to get anything going. They got a walk and a stolen base, and then 3 straight outs on a couple of strikeouts and a fly ball. Then here in the top of the 7th inning, Owens, Maris, and Parrish all had singles. And Parrish's single driving in Owens for the 7th run of the day. Eldridge walked to load the bases, and then a line out, a hard smash back up through the box off the bat of Vincenzo Contanza. As Jacob Hester fielded that one, flipped over to third to get Maris off the bag. And then Rivera with the fielder's choice grounder to shortstop to end the inning. As Eldridge was retired at second base. So we're back with you and getting set for the bottom of the 7th with the 7th inning stretch for the Bobcats, and they need something to go right for them. Marhauser continues on the mound for the Panthers. He's limited GC to just 5 hits. Bobcats had a great scoring opportunity back in the 4th inning, their best of the day. They had runners at second and third and nobody out. And Marhauser bowed his neck, got a couple of strikeouts and a ground out to end the threat. GC went in order in the 5th inning, and then in the 6th inning got that runner to second as Gentry led off with a walk, stole second. But then 3 straight outs recorded by the Bobcats. Eric Furphy will get things going in the 7th for the Bobcats here. Furphy's day so far is 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch his first time up, was part of a 4-6-3 double play ball. And then in the 4th inning, he struck out swinging. 9 strikeouts now for Marhauser. He's got that great ratio, and he just hit another batter, though. That's the 2nd time he's hit a batter. And it's the 2nd batter he has hit. The 2nd time he has plunked Furphy, excuse me. So Furphy took that slow curve. Actually, that's the 3rd batter that Marhauser has hit so far tonight, as Holloway got hit by a pitch in the 3rd inning. So GC gets a leadoff man on again for the 2nd time in as many innings. See if the Cats can push him around. It's Conahan at the plate. He hit into that 4-6-3 double play in the 2nd inning, and a ground ball to the second baseman in the 4th. Pitch is inside for a ball. Conahan getting the start after a good game on Tuesday against Middle Georgia State. That one slipped out of the hands of Marhauser. And the count goes 2-1 on Shane Conahan, the redshirt senior out of Pennsylvania. one of the few Bobcats on the roster north of the Mason-Dixon line, born there.
Yeah, we heavy Georgia contingent now for Coach Eller and the Bobcats.
Got a visit to the mound by their pitching coach. It might be Coach Tam out of the dugout.
I was doing a little bit of research before the ball game. There's a Jeff Tam that spent a good 6 seasons in the big leagues.
Well, he carries himself like a professional ball player out there.
When I went down there, he looks like he could still go. It looks like he could play linebacker for a pro team instead. Got, let's see, 4 pitches now with 61 strikes for Marhauser. So we might be nearing the end of the leash for him.
Got a lefty going in their bullpen, trying to get loose.
Lefty, huh? So if you're thinking matchups.
That's a single to right field, squirts through, and rounding second and heading to third, and making it will be Furphy as Conahan comes up with a single to right.
Get the hit batsman, you combine a single with it there. Bobcats had this scenario a couple innings ago with second.
Now up for the Bobcats, number 26, Jason
Nobody
Cook.
out. Not able to get anything to come across. Maybe we can change our fortunes a little bit here today.
In the Panther pen, it is Jordan Murray, a redshirt sophomore left-hander from Lynn Haven, Florida. Jason Cook at the plate for the Bobcats. First pitch to him. Fastball misses low and away. Again, nearing 100 pitches on the night. Marhauser, 9 strikeouts. He's hit 3 batters. I don't believe he's walked a batter yet.
If you're thinking closers, Ryan Elaine has 4 saves for the Panthers.
Yeah.
They'll be getting into that sort of territory here pretty soon. He's a good one. He's made 11 appearances and a 3.68 ERA.
Well, it depends on how hungry they are because it's a 7-0 lead right now. Fastball drilled foul, had a hit and run on as Conahan was headed down to second. 2-1 now the count. Jason Cook has struck out both times and both looking against Marhausen. He would like to get the bat on the ball and straighten one out here. Bobcat shortstop awaits 2-1. Thanks for your patience, folks. We're back with you. Strike on the outside corner evens it up at 2-2. Don't know when we left you. We'll recap there for a couple of innings.
Thankfully, parent came up. I believe that was Miss Gentry to fill us in.
Yep. Thank you very much. We appreciate the heads up.
We were rolling along thinking that everything was moving.
You and I were just talking to ourselves.
Yeah.
I've done that a lot in my old age.
Absolutely. Yeah. Count me in. But, yeah, so we have things back in action here.
Thanks to Sean Montgomery.
Yeah, I had to pull him away from home, unfortunately. I wanted to give him the day off.
Curveball popped in the air short left field, coming in a hurry. Here's the tag at third. The throw will be cut off, and the Bobcats will get on the board on a sacrifice fly by Jason Cook. Not a deep one, but it was just deep enough for Furphy to score.
Yeah, Furphy knew he was going to have to get on his horse for that one. The Bobcats are finally on the board. Here in the bottom of the 7th, it's 7-1.
So give the RBI to Jason Cook. And Cook will pick up his 14th run batted in his first year as a Bobcat. So GC breaks up the shutout at least. Back to the top for Cam Hill. Marhauser's first pitch over but low for ball 1. Hill with an infield single in 3 trips. First time up, he fouled out to the third baseman. Had the infield hit in the third, and then a ground out to shortstop in the 5th inning. Bobcat center fielder and the freshman of the week in the Peach Belt Conference. Got the outside corner, did Marhauser.
Well, if they were thinking matchups, here would have been a good spot to bring in that lefty, so apparently not real concerned about pulling out Marhauser quite yet, as he is up over 100 pitches now, got him at 102.
Holloway would be next. He's a right-handed hitter. Cut and a miss. Hill a little tardy on the swing as it snuck on by him before he could really commit to a good swing. 1-2 now. Yeah, Cam twice now, the Peach Belt Conference Freshman of the Week for this 2019 season. So
yeah, putting together a pretty good resume. Could be a Freshman of the Year candidate in the conference.
late swing. Watch out up on the hill there. That one rocketed across the top of the Bobcat dugout and skipped off the hill.
There's a handful of guys that have won the award twice. I think there was about 3 of them that have pulled in the honor twice. So Hill not alone. So it could be a nice little battle. Of course, the last one to pick up the Freshman of the Year honor as hit and run there and foul back to the fence was our right fielder, Wesley Womack.
Hard to believe that was so long ago, huh?
Yeah. So we're got the senior now. Been a couple time all conference and a all region outfielder as well a year ago.
We'll go 1-2 again to Hill. And he'll pop it up left field, fading foul, long run, and it's in foul territory and skips off the dirt of the bullpen before Cantanza can track it down. So Hill lives for another swing. Bobcats only 11-8 here at the Kurtz this year. It's always been nothing like the friendly confines of Kurtz Field, but this year it's a whole different story. And struggling in this ball game at home as well. With a 3-game winning streak on the line for GC. 5-5 over the last 10. Cut on a high fastball, just got the handle on it. And it's 1-2.
Yeah, I picked up 2 wins at Pembroke on Sunday, and then wrapped that around with a Tuesday victory in non-conference play over the Knights of Middle Georgia.
On the other side of the ledger, these Panthers lost 5 in a row before they beat Flagler in walk-off fashion on Tuesday. They are 5-7 in the Sunshine State Conference. 1-2 once again, off the fist, popped up, and it will get down before anybody even offers at it.
Looks like we might have a pinch hitter on deck as Jay Saunders has grabbed a War Club there, potentially for Holloway. So I imagine he'll stay in behind the plate as well.
Cam giving Marhauser a big battle here. Let's see if Hill can straighten one out. 1 out, 1 on, and a run in for the Bobcats here in the 7th. Marhauser with a set. And he deals 1-2 again. Got him swinging on a pitch low and away. Changed speeds a little bit and threw it low and away to the lefty.
Yeah, kind of fooled him a little bit. I think he snuck that fastball in there. Hill was thinking breaking pitch and then pulled the trigger just a little bit too late. 10 strikeouts now for Marhauser as we're in the bottom of the 7th.
I know they want to get him a complete game, but we do have our pinch hitter coming up. As Al said, Jay Saunders will get a swing in here for the Bobcats for the bottom of the 7th inning, and the Bobcats finally on the board. Saunders a .316 batting average, and he's making his 21st appearance. Make it his 26th appearance, I'm sorry. A dozen runs batted in. Righty against righty, and the first pitch is down low for a ball. Saunders, a redshirt freshman from Moultrie in Colquitt County. Had seen a lot of playing time in his first season of action for the Bobcats, but on the bench of late, swing and a miss, hit and run on, throw down to second. He is going to be out of there, and that will do it for the Bobcats in the 3rd inning as Jason Cook is cut down on the steal attempt Bobcats do pick up a run on a couple of hits. We've gone through 7 innings. Florida Tech on top, 7-1. And we'll be back in just a bit on the Bobcat Broadcast Network. Jay Saunders stays in the ball game and will resume catching duties for the man he pinch hit for, Holloway. As the 8th inning rolls around at the Kurtz, Rodney Bernard, the leadoff man, leads off the 8th. Bernard, a good night, 2 for 4 in the contest.
Panthers, number 27, Rodney Bernard.
Couple of ground outs to short, sandwiched between a pair of singles. In the 3rd inning, he scored the 2nd run of the game for the Panthers. Hester's first full inning of work, and he starts off with a fastball high, 1-0. Jacob, the redshirt freshman from Marietta, transfer from Mercer University, 6'2" and 190. Came on in relief of Veldsma in the 7th. 1-0 pitch from the lefty. Nips the outside corner. 1-1.
Scott got righty Ashton Sturgill up again, as well as the lefty Bryce Bowen.
Cut and a miss, and it's 1-2. Carved him up with that pitch on the end or 3rd of the plate.
But Hester's looking pretty good here, at least against this batter. And so many lefties in this lineup for Florida Tech. I wouldn't be surprised if they let Jacob go a little while.
Fastball missed low. 2-2 on Bernard. Same 2 teams tomorrow. Doubleheader at noon. First pitch for the tailgate tour. Tailgating starting at 11 here at the Peter Complex. Popped out between the 2 diamonds.
Yep, got a bounce house for the kiddos, I believe, coming. Got a bunch of promotional games and stuff like that as well. Gonna tailgate tour T-shirts given away. Gonna be a pretty full day.
Reaches out, tags it to second, skips past Gentry into right field. That'll be a base hit. Cal had a tough task going to his left, and that one kind of ate him up.
Yeah, bounding ball there, and Cal went down to one knee, kind of sliding to try and knock it down and still make a play at first, but it just kicked up over his leg into right field.
So Bernard comes up with his 3rd safety, all singles.
14th hit of the game, too, for Florida Tech.
They have been tattooing the baseball today. And here's Gronberg, who had a triple in the 1st inning, a single in the 3rd. Popped out to short, and then was hit by a pitch in the 6th inning. Kane Keith makes his way out of the dugout. The Bobcat pitching coordinator. We'll have a chat with Hester and he'll take the ball from Jacob. So we may get another lefty-lefty matchup, and yes, we will.
Yeah, Bryce just started warming up. This is a little quick for him, so we'll bring in the new lefty.
Bowen will be the next pitcher for the Bobcats, and we'll get his numbers to you in a minute on the Bobcat Broadcast Network. Back to the pen for the Bobcats as Luke Scuttleary comes on, and the freshman serenaded by Dino in the background.
Yep, freshman with Italian-sounding last name. He's going to get that's Amore right there.
There you go.
Pitch appearance number 5 for Luke, the freshman. No record, no ERA. 1 1/3 innings pitched. He's given up 2 hits with no runs, of course, 1 walk and 1 strikeout. Opponent's hitting .333 against Luke Scuttleary. Now, Luke comes in here. He's kind of a situational guy. As you can see, he's made 4 appearances and just tallied an inning and a third. He's a freshman from Roswell, Georgia, Milton High, and he is matching up against a lefty right here.
Be facing Gronberg with a runner at first and nobody out. A 7-1 deficit for the Bobcats. Got to keep them in check to give the Bobcats bats a chance in the last 2 appearances. And instead we'll go to first base as Bernard is chased back. Pretty much straight up in the outfield. Looks like Cam Hill shaded slightly to left. The center fielder for the Cats. Scuttleary with a high set. And the first pitch. A bender in for a strike.
Nice breaking pitch there. Kind of started at the shoulder of the lefty batter, and you could see him nodding his head a little bit like, yep, okay, you got me with that one.
Gronberg looking at Coach Berkmeyer, see if a play is on. Some signals down there from the head coach. Handling third base coaching duties. In the dirt, knocks away from Saunders, and getting to second will be Bernard. Wild pitch, charge to Scuttleary.
That's the danger, of course, with those good breaking pitches, is sometimes they break into the ground on you.
Yeah, that ground tends to come up on those curves occasionally, huh?
And all that spin on the ball, too, makes it tough for the catcher as it hits the ground and hits his pads and things. It can sort of kick away funny.
There's the heat. It's high and inside. 2-1 now.
Scuttleary's older brother Alex worked for me for last year. He's been real busy with the business fraternity this year, so we haven't had the opportunity to work with Alex too much. But
hefty cut by Gronberg.
So a little bit of a Georgia College family legacy that way.
There you go.
His brother precedes him. Non-student athlete, just your regular student at GC, I should say.
But helping out in sports. The information end of it. Here's the set from Scuttleary. And a 2-2 on the way.
Oof.
Cut on and missed. Just dumped that over the top fastball right past Gronberg.
Man, he put some flames on that one, didn't he? Geez, that dialed that up a little extra. There's the fastball, and then there's the fastball, and that was
That's
that
your
was the latter.
fastball, yeah. Here's Boozer, the first baseman. Drove in the first 2 runs of the day with a single and a sac fly. He's 1 for 3 officially, up to 36 ribbies. He'll pop it up, might stay in play. Saunders lost it. The third baseman will back up and make the grab right on the line in fair territory for Garrett Green. Way to stick with it there, Double G. Nice little pop fly that was a mile in the air. Saunders didn't have a prayer to catch it. And Boozer's retired on the first pitch. So that's 2 down in the 8th inning with a runner at second base. It's Dylan Owens, the DH, standing in now. Owens got a base hit back in the 7th inning to lead off the frame and came around to score their 7th run. That put him at 1 for 4 on the day, or night as we are now. And there's a pitch on 2/3 of the plate taken all the way for a strike. So Scuttleary trying to come in and slam the door on these Panthers here in the 8th.
Bobcats got a couple of righties going in the bullpen. Got Sturgill still up over there, as well as the senior Connor Wilson.
GC's thrown a lot of arms out there this year. That one slipped out of the hand of Scuttleary and sails way out, 1-1.
Yeah, fingers immediately go to the mouth there as he tries to clean them off a little bit and get a bit better grip.
"20 pitchers have been used by the Bobcat coaching staff this year. 20. I don't think I've seen that list that long ever.
Well, it does make it tricky to print out the stat sheets. I
Yeah.
know that much.
Yeah, I can imagine. Because your fielding sheet is cut off.
Yeah, who cares about fielding,
That's
right?
true. Apparently we don't this year, huh?
Yeah. Oh, dear.
Sorry, I didn't
Scott
have
coming in hot.
Hall of Famer, baby.
Oh,
I
man.
get a little bit of leeway.
I'll leave that to you. My paycheck comes from Georgia College, so I
understand.
can't say things like
I
that.
understand. Cut on and missed with a high fastball. And nice job by Scuttleary. He comes in and strikes out 2 batters as the Panthers are retired in the 8th inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Cats down by 6. Bobcat basketball and baseball on the Bobcat Broadcast Network. Well, Marhauser's night is done. He checked the Bobcats on 7 innings of great work, gave up the 1 run, 6 hits, struck out 10, hit 3 batters, didn't walk a batter, and he's being replaced by a left-hander, Jordan Murray.
Yeah, Marhauser, every bit as advertised coming in. That .99 ERA is going to go up a hair, but not much. That's good stuff. Good for him. All right, so Justin Barney, is that who this is? No, 35. Jordan Murray. We're going to go with that. Jordan Murray making his 8th appearance. He's got a 1-0 record and a 6.35 ERA. 5 2/3 innings pitched. He's got 8 hits against him with 5 runs and 4 of them earned. 8 walks and 2 strikeouts, so the Bobcats might want to be a little patient against the new lefty, Jordan Murray. 6 foot, 180, sophomore from Lynn Haven, Florida, and Mosley High School.
Jay Saunders was at the plate when Shane Conahan was cut down trying to steal second. I apologize, I mentioned that was Cook, but it was Conahan who got thrown out. So Saunders will get a new swing against the left-hander. GC down by 6. Got to start getting something going offensively. Getting sort of late. Swing and a foul back to the backstop. 0-1.
Outfield has Saunders played pretty shallow here.
And pretty well straight up against the left-hander.
Yeah, infield too, not much of a shift going on. Third base a little hugging the line over there.
Trying to knock down a ball for a double, and there's a floater inside. 1-1. Squaring to bunt, pushes it past the pitcher. Going to be tough to get him, and he can't get it. Saunders will stop at first base. The throw is over and off the glove of the second baseman covering the bag. And it bounced off the fence in front of the Bobcat dugout. So an infield single for Saunders on the bunt.
Well, caught the defense a little off guard and things, you know. You got to get base runners in order to pick up 6 runs. Regardless, you're going to need to just get people on base. So it starts with things like that, and then that can keep things rolling further on through the inning. We'll see if Cal can maybe pick up another hit here.
Gentry 1 for 3 on the day, make it 1 for 2. He also walked in the 6th inning, so Marhauser did issue 1 free pass along with a 3-hit batsman. Cal came in at 423, make it 429 into this ball game. Murray's 0-1 offering. Lays off, gets away from the catcher. That'll be a pass ball. Nope, sorry, wild pitch. Had a lot of them today.
Yeah, another breaking pitch just in the dirt. And again, you see it carry him way over down the first baseline for the catcher there, Maris. As those curveballs with so much spin on them, once they hit something, there's no telling where they're going to go.
So Gentry's got a duck on the pond with Sanders at second and nobody out. Murray, long look to second. He'll wheel and throw it, and it hit either the bag or Saunders.
Yeah, I think it got Saunders right around the hamstring. That might have one-hopped him there.
Starting to cool down, and hopefully won't affect him behind the plate or on the base paths here before he gets back behind the plate.
Well, the unfortunate part of that is if it doesn't hit him, it might go through to center and
he gets
take
the
an
third.
extra bag. Yeah.
Line. Fair ball, left field corner. Gentry's going to get extra bases and an RBI, and the Bobcats on the board again at 7-2 on the ringing double down in the left field corner by Cal Gentry. So Gentry just took that one inside out at it and just smacked it down the line.
Scott, I'm not sure when it happened, but about halfway to the second base bag, Gentry coming up with a limp, and he is headed off the field. We're going to get a pinch runner for Cal at second base, as that's going to be number 10, Casey Brown. So Brown will take over at second, and we'll see what happens defensively. But, yeah, I don't know if it was something around the first base bag making that turn, but he was limping his way into second base. And Cal is done for today, and hopefully that's all.
Have to get some treatment on that tonight and get ready for tomorrow's double dip. First pitch is down low to Wesley Womack. Womack started off the day with a pair of singles and then a fly ball to right, so a 2-for-3 night for the Bobcat right fielder. And got a loose baseball around the Bobcat bullpen to be retrieved. Eagle eye of former outfielder Mike Madison spotting that. He's behind the plate today.
I think that that might have been one of the youngsters down the third baseline that tossing the ball up on the field.
I didn't think we had a live ball down there.
Nobody's warming up. I think it might have actually been the strong right arm of Cole Eller right there.
That's popped off the top of the netting.
So Bobcats need 5 here. Be nice to get at least more than 1 in the bottom of the 8th. You do have one more trip to the plate. We have yet to put up a crooked number today, but a little bit of late surge for us as runs in each of the last 2 innings. And another chance to drive one in here with nobody out.
Right now it's Murray's game. The bullpen for the Panthers is empty. Down low to Wesley Womack, and the count stretches to 2-1. Bobcats up to 8 hits in the game. Panthers with 14. And right now it's a cleanly played game. No errors by either squad. 2-1 pitch, and that one is driven high, deep, right field. Watch it get out of here, and Wesley Womack will touch a ball. He came up just shy of getting it out in the 6th inning. A little extra mustard on it this time, and the Bobcats are back within 3 at 7-4.
2-run blast off the bat of Wesley Womack that gives him 3 home runs on the season. And RBI total is up to, what is it now, 12 for him? 13. I think we got 13.
13 RBI for Wesley. And GC making some more noise late in the ball game. Now the bullpen's going to be occupied for the Panthers. They've hustled out of their first base dugout. And Garrett Green stands in, takes a strike. The Bobcat third baseman has a hit in 3 trips. He struck out twice against Marhauser. So Murray has come on. Ground ball to third, right near the line. Low throw, dug out nicely by Boozer as he had to crouch down to grab that one hopper. That's the first out of the inning.
That's the Georgia clay here. Kind of works like AstroTurf a little bit. If you have a short throw, you're going to expect a big bounce, and playing it very well was Boozer over there. We're going to get a pinch hitter for GC as another senior going to take a bat here. Therese Miller going to go in for Hudgens in the DH slot.
Hudgens really struggled against Marhauser. Of the 10 strikeouts, he got Hudgens 3 times.
Miller appearing in his 23rd ball game. He's got a .263 average with 15 hits, 10 runs scored, and 11 driven in. 3 doubles for the senior from McDonough. And transfer from Georgia Southern in his 2nd year with GC.
Fastball skipped over the top of the plate, 1-0. So 1 out, nobody on for the Bobcats after the 2-run shot by Wesley Womack. Murray has come on, given up a single, a double, and a round tripper. Bobcats will need a triple to hit the cycle against him here in the 8th. And that one skipped up there, hit off maybe the front part of the plate or before the front part of the plate. Might have gotten a piece of the catcher, Maris. Mike Madison will go out and kick off the dirt from the plate.
Did kind of hear a double click there as the ball caromed up off the dirt.
And almost an O also from somebody. I don't know if that was from Maris or not, or if that was from somebody in the crowd. 2-0 pitch. Got the lower part of the strike zone. 2-1.
One of the things about scoring some runs is it looks like the closer for Florida Tech is in warm-ups now. That's 43, Ryan Elaine. It's 40-something out there and a right-hander, and all of those things would point in the direction for Elaine.
That one smoked in the air, straightaway center. Plenty of room, though, for Gronberg, and he hardly had to move to track that one down. 2 out after the 3 spot by the Bobcats so far, and it is their closer throwing.
Yeah, Elaine with 4 saves on the season, and now this has inched back into a save scenario.
Eric Furphy is challenged with trying to keep this one going for the Cats in the 8th inning. Furphy, the Bobcat first sacker, hit by a pitch, struck out swinging, hit by a pitch. He's been a ball magnet today. Misses low and inside as Murray to Furphy. So Eric only 0 for 1 officially in another start at first base for the Cats. GC just continues to piece through the infield and some of the outfield occasionally. Letter high fastball outside part of the plate, evens the count 1-1. Be with you again tomorrow at noon for first pitch here on the Bobcat Broadcast Network as the teams play a doubleheader. Check swing, did he go? They'll appeal. Yes, he did. As Furphy is rung up by Danny Slaughter down the line.
So tough to lay off of that pitch in the top of the zone. It looks larger, you know, you get right up around the eyeballs and just couldn't hang up on it.
Down to the dirt, skips away out of the batter's circle. Looks like Bark in the Park started early today, this weekend. We've got some labs down there and retrievers and everybody running around having a good time.
Yeah,
Tomorrow is going to be the big day for that, right?
Yeah, I believe that's over at softball.
Softball.
Got some giveaways and things with one of the sports marketing classes over there.
Animal Rescue Foundation of Milledgeville being represented there. 2-2 pitch, stroked on one hop and off the glove and into left field. Off the glove of Rivera. That'll be a single for Furphy, and he'll keep the inning going.
Hit sharply at Rivera. The only thing he could try and do was a backhand attempt at it. Also went down to a knee just to try and get anything in front of the ball, and it did catch some leather as it carried him through into left field.
So Shane Conahan will step to the dish, a lefty-lefty matchup. Conahan, a single his last time up, and then was caught stealing in the 7th inning. So he's 1 for 3 in this one. And request time. Jordan Murray, too much time to Shane's liking. First pitch outside for a ball held up a little extra long by Mr. Maris.
Are you sure?
Are you sure? You want to take another look?
First crooked number of the day for GC up on the scoreboard here. Got 3 runs across. A little 2-out magic would be awful nice.
Out of play left toward the house on the hill.
Big blow, of course, was the 2-run home run for Womack. As that was a no-doubter right off the bat. I think Greg Winters and son went to go track that ball down. I saw him walking around the outfield fence.
That one might have made the parking lot across the way. Foul tip in and out of the catcher's mitt. And the count 1-2 now on Shane Conahan. Conahan, again, a commit to Penn State. He moved on to Middle Tennessee State, didn't play there, didn't play at Elon either, sat out last year.
Yeah, I think there was a junior college stop in the middle there as well.
He's been around the block. Ball low, throw down to second. Maris didn't really have much of a chance of trying to get him throwing from his knees. He doesn't have a howitzer back there.
That was an ill-advised throw,
Yeah,
to say the least.
It could have cost him another base.
Only bad things happen on that. Going to be a wild pitch with that kicking off the ground on the catcher. But, I guess when you're comfortable with your advantage, you don't have to worry about extra bases. You can start slinging the ball around a little bit.
2-2 pitch up around the eyeballs and inside, and the count is full now on Shane Conahan. Well, he gets on base, and it becomes very interesting for the Bobcats. It already has built up some drama here with a 3 spot in the 8th inning. Swings and stays alive with a foul to the left.
Well, with Jason Cook on deck, I got to think that this is probably Murray's last batter regardless, because you get the lefty-lefty matchup in Florida Tech's favor here. So it's either going to be an out or Conahan's going to get on base, and then you bring in the righty to take on Cook and the rest of the ball game.
Payoff pitch, comebacker, knocked down by Murray. He'll gather, underhand toss, and gets him. Conahan gave it a try, but unfortunately, Murray comes up with the play. But a 2-run bomb, part of a 3-run inning for Georgia College as Womack went yard on the Bobcats. And we'll go to the 9th inning. GC now trails by 3 at 7-4 here on the Bobcat Broadcast Network. Couple of defensive changes for the Bobcats as Green moves from third over to second base for Gentry, who came off with the possible pulled hammy going around the base paths, and Brown will take over at third base for Green.
Of course, Green, no stranger to second base in a Bobcat uniform, spent his entire sophomore season there.
We got a colorful infield with Brown at third and Green at second, and Cook at short and Furphy at first, and that just there the analogy just died.
It goes down from there, but
it goes down from the Brown and Green.
I was with you for a little while there.
Okay. At least we don't have a guy named Gold. It would have been Brown and Gold, and that was a terrible combination. I'm sorry. Even though my Western Michigan Broncos are Brown and Gold, and I've kind of led Brown and Gold most of my life.
Well, Greg Winters can tell you a little bit about that Brown and Gold.
Brown and Gold. Maris at the plate. The Bobcat hurler is still Scuttlery.
Good to see Luke eating up some innings here, you know.
They're keeping the Bobcats in the ball game now. He came on and shut down the Panthers with a couple of strikeouts and a pop out.
Yep, up until this appearance had been a strict situational guy, getting lefties. And lefties only. Now he's kind of seeing some guys from both sides of the plate. Good stuff.
Big fastball cut on and missed as Maris down on a 1-2 count now.
And for the second time in this game, Maris, his bottom hand fell off the bat on that swing. He kind of looked down at his gloves like, what's going on down there, guys?
1-2 offering. Got him swinging. Third strikeout for Scuttlery. He's got a little bit of movement on that heater.
All right, Luke. He's combining he's got like kind of 2 speeds to that fastball. And, he's got one that he can put a little bit of extra firepower on. And he's got a nice curveball working as well. This is by far Luke's longest and most effective outing of his season here.
Brett Parrish has a 2-for-4 day working at the plate, and he looks at a fastball low. Drove in a couple of runs with his 2 singles in the 3rd and the 7th innings. He's up to 16 runs batted in now for the Panthers. Scuttlery's 1-0. Bender in for a strike. Late break on that one.
You can see Parrish just kind of the knees buckling a little bit there as he thought that ball was coming right at his chest. And instead it flutters down right into the zone.
Flutter, I like that verb.
Yeah.
That's a good verb.
We'll go with that.
Fastball drilled right side and through for a base hit. Well, he didn't get the flutter that time. He got the heat and rocketed it to right.
Yeah, it looked like Luke caught a little bit too much plate with that fastball. And the count was a comfortable one. Got to work the edges there in that case. But Parrish continues to impress as a freshman. He's had a couple of good at-bats and a good strike count swinger.
Eldridge comes up for his 2nd plate appearance. He was on in the 7th inning after pinch running for Quintero in the 6th. Eldridge with a walk in that 7th inning. 1 on, 1 out for him. Brown on the edge of the grass at 3rd and had to duck out of the way of that one behind him.
Somehow Saunders got to it as well.
That one could have been disastrous in a lot of ways.
And Eldridge does crowd the plate a little bit on that left-hand side.
Low and inside, had to bring up that left foot to get it out of the way of the heat. 2-0 now on Eldridge.
Got time called here as Saunders heads out to the mound. He kind of hesitated around the home plate dish as you only get so many meetings now at the D2 level. I don't know the exact number because I haven't really researched it, to be honest with you.
You're not a coach. You
Yep.
don't need to worry about things like that.
But I know there is a number.
Right.
So enjoy that, folks. That's the best I can do.
That's
Oh,
Al
boy.
Weston at
Yep.
L.
Top
Weston,
notch. Top notch.
GCSU.
Believe it or not, somehow, I still get to keep my job. Oh, boy.
Alec Eldridge hitting a .172. Looks at a breaking pitch on the outside corner. 2-1 now.
Yeah, went with that curveball that time that started out on the inside half of the plate, moved toward the outside. And I think he was having a little bit of trouble with the fastball location-wise. That was the one that busted up behind the batter and then almost hit his back shin.
Fastball away, 3-1.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe they go back to the curveball here, as that's what Luke's been able to get across. Only problem with that is Eldridge is probably thinking the same thing.
The battle within the battle. The 3-1.
Ooh.
Strike 2. Eldridge thought it was ball 4.
Yep,
Better
he
to
got
flip
it.
the bat away.
Got the location on the fastball that time. So the battle continues.
And it'll be a payoff pitch to Eldridge.
Got another lefty on deck here. Got the righty Sturgill plenty warm as he's been going for about 2.5 innings.
Runners going from first, swing and a miss for strike 3. Throw down to second. He slid underneath the tag and got there before the tag could be applied as well. So
Yes.
stolen base there for Parrish. Almost, Saunders almost got him.
Yeah, Saunders' throw was just a hair up the first base side. If it's a bit more on target, I think they got him. As Cook did everything he could to make that catch and then quick make a slap tag and still made it pretty darn close.
Catanza at the plate. He left the yard in the 6th inning with his first home run of the year, and the 2-run homer gives him 4 RBI for the season. Last time up in the 7th, line hard back to Hester, the pitcher.
Yeah, Catanza just starting his 11th ball game of the season. He might hang on to that starting job after a home run and a couple
Runners
ribbies.
going, and he's got third uncontested.
Didn't look at the runner there, so that's going to be a stolen base for him. As that one wasn't on the catcher, that was more stolen on the pitcher.
And the Bobcat third baseman, Brown, didn't even flinch to head to the bag. He was caught unawares, just like Scuttlery was. 1-0 pitch, outside, 2-0.
Well, Luke had a 3-0 count here. He does, of course, have first base open, but a righty on deck, so I think you still want to attack this hitter. Unfortunately, that's going to miss for ball 4.
Now batting, number 15, Pedro Rivera.
So first and third, 2 down. And Pedro Rivera, the shortstop, will get another plate appearance here tonight. A strikeout, a fly to left, another fly to left, and a fielder's choice ground out. So he's sitting on a bagel there at the bottom of the order.
Yeah, no damage done here in this inning as of yet, but getting awful close as he got runners on the corners now with 2 down, and that might be it for Luke.
Kane Keith popped out of the dugout, and then he came back, and Jason Eller will be making the call as we will get a right-hander to go against Pedro Rivera. And we'll be back with his numbers in just a bit here on the Bobcat Broadcast Network. Fifth pitcher of the night for the Bobcats is Ashton Sturgill.
Sturgill making his 7th appearance, a 1-0 record, a 3.60 ERA. 5 innings pitched for him, 5 hits against him, 2 runs. They were earned, 1 walk and 4 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .238 against the, I guess I'm going to call him maybe a submariner. I think he's a little bit lower than sidearm. And so, I guess submariner for him.
Sounds good to me.
Sturgill, a freshman, 6'2", 170, from Evans, Georgia, and Evans High. So that's your Innovation Station call to the bullpen. Brings in Ashton Sturgill. Innovation Station, your home for all things tech on the Georgia College campus. Sturgill's had a pretty good, again, situational guy, because you don't want a sidearmer to throw to too many lefties. So you'll see, again, that just sort of like Luke, with more appearances than innings. So he's got 6 appearances and only 5 innings. So that means he's just, picking up an out here and there and then turning it over to, someone else to get out lefties. And, of course, he starts out with a lefty here, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, dear.
So it looks like we've gotten a pinch hitter for Rivera, and that one will stay outside for a ball. 1-0. Is it number 18, Osterman?
I see a 15.
Oh, 15.
I think.
Well, then he's a switch hitter.
That's
Rivera
Pedro
is.
Rivera. Okay, so he's just switching.
That's the ever-popular Pedro Rivera, who can hit from the left side as well.
That's fancy. You don't see too many switch hitters at the D2 level.
So he just switches over to the other side, and the 1-0 pitch is on the outside corner for a strike.
Offhand, Scott, I don't remember a single switch hitter for Georgia College. Can you think of one? Like even way back or anything like that?
Not even way back, no.
Hmm.
Very, very rare. If we had one, it was somebody the old brain cells just can't pick up right
well,
now.
I mean, and that's completely fine. There's a lot of baseball players that have fluttered through that brain of yours, but I was just kind of curious if you could think of anybody, because I sure as heck can't right now.
That may be a project to research.
Yeah, curious.
It's unusual. You'd think that we'd have a couple of them. I mean, just odds are.
Yeah, I mean, just with how many faces have donned a baseball uniform here at Georgia College.
Fly ball to left, tracked down by the Bobcats, Conahan, and that will do it as Sturgill came on and got the out he needed. So we go to the bottom of the ninth. The Bobcats trail by 3, 7-4, and we'll be back with that bottom of the ninth inning in a minute on the Bobcat Broadcast Network. Okay, folks, here we go. Bobcats trailing by 3, bottom of the ninth inning. And it will be Cook, Hill, and Saunders due up, and GC will be going up against the closer for the Panthers. That's Ryan Elaine.
Yep, Elaine will get an opportunity here as Georgia College has surged as of late against the relievers and put this into a save situation. He's making his 12th appearance, a 1-2 record with a 3.68 ERA. He does have 4 saves, and this is a save situation. 14 2/3 innings pitched, 11 hits, 8 runs against him, 6 of them earned, 10 walks, and 23 strikeouts. So just a 2-to-1 ratio there for a closer. So maybe a little bit of patience is in order. I don't know. Again, we'll have to get base runners. That's the key piece. You can't get a 3-run home run if you don't have anybody on the bases. So right now, the tying run is represented by Saunders, who is the third hitter of this inning.
Elaine, a senior from Mount Prospect, Illinois, and John Hershey High School, 5'10", 200-pounder, as he concludes his warm-up tosses.
Yeah, stocky build. You can see, he's probably a short inning guy, as, the thicker pitchers don't really go too deep in ball games. So he's probably a bit of a fireballer, I would imagine, and, in this perfect role of closing out ball games. And, again, 4 saves over 15 victories, is that? Yeah, 15 wins for Florida Tech. So, that's he's got 4 of the team's 5 saves on the season overall.
Jason Cook starts off the Cats in the bottom of the ninth inning and looks at a strike. Cook 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts looking against Marhauser. Also had a sacrifice fly in the 7th inning to drive in his 14th run of the year. The 0-1. Slap to the right side. Will it get through? Nice play by the second baseman. He hurries his throw and gets him. Nice play by Bernard in the grass in short right field.
Well, he knew he had to work quickly because it was a slow roller and he had to go so far to get it into shallow right field. But the quick exchange from glove to throwing hand, all in one motion to make the flip to first. I mean, that was a very slick play and probably about the best we've seen today.
Cam Hill stands in with 1 out. Hill with an infield single and 4 trips at the top of the order for the Bobcats. Dusts him off with a fastball inside. 1-0 now on the Bobcats center fielder. Pop foul to the third baseman in the first inning. That infield single in the third. Ground out to short in the fifth and struck out swinging. The final strikeout for Marhauser in the ball game as he ended his appearance on a strong note.
So 2 fastballs there that it looked like Elaine tried to put a little bit more speed on. And one buzzes up and inside. The other one is pounded into the ground around the plate. So you see maybe a little bit of opportunity here with a 2-0 count. And Elaine thinking maybe I need to take a little bit of speed off this next fastball. Maybe Gill can connect with one.
Get me over strike, just like you said. 2-1. That fastball came down a couple of notches.
It's a good pitcher's location, though. Went
Right.
outside with it, so Hill didn't really want it on a 2-0 count. So now Elaine works himself back into the at-bat.
Fastball at the knees evens the count at 2-2. That one had a little more RPMs on it.
Yeah, you see him go back to the A+ fastball instead of the A- one, and that evens the count out. Now Hill's in trouble, as Elaine's got the option of maybe going back to a breaking pitch even here on 2-2.
Fastball called strike 3. A late call by Mike Madison, but he rings up Cam Hill, and the Bobcats are down to their final out.
Scott, what a tough location there. I mean, that's, low and inside on a lefty like that. And at good speed, too, so Hill's going to have trouble. He's got to pull the trigger real early in order to get around on that low inside fastball, and there wasn't really much he could do except watch it go by.
So if the Bobcats are going to keep it going, it's up to Jay Saunders, who had a bunt single his only plate appearance last inning. Looks at a high, hard one. 1-0.
There's a stretch of time where Saunders was about the hottest bat in the Georgia College lineup earlier this year, about the second, third week of the season.
Elaine over the top fastball. Too high again. That one had some giddy up on it. 2-0. Casey Brown hoping to get an at-bat here. Came on as a defensive replacement after being a pinch runner for Gentry.
Brown got a little bit of pop in his bat. Going to need 3 runs, though, not just 2.
There's a fastball dumped in. 2-1. Taken all the way by Saunders. Elaine gets the sign he likes, and pitching 2-1 to Saunders. Caught on and missed, and it's 2-2, and the Bobcats are down to their final strike with Deuces Wild on the scoreboard.
Saunders had a little bit of trouble squaring that one up. So making an adjustment here on the fly in the bottom of the 9th.
2-2 pitch. On the ground to second. That should do it. He'll gobble and gun and get him, and the Panthers have come into Kurtz Field and knocked off the Bobcats by a score of 7-4. GC made it interesting, but could not come up with the final runs in the 8th inning and couldn't get anybody on board against the closer Elaine in the 9th inning. 7 runs, 15 hits, no errors for the visiting Panthers. 4 runs on 10 hits, also errorless baseball for the Bobcats. Marhauser gets the win. He goes to 4-1 on the season, and Kamak takes the loss, and Bradley will drop his season record to 500 at 3-3 on the year. So the 2 teams will load it back up again tomorrow at noon.
What do you want? Anything? Game will be Cal Gentry for this ball game.
So that will do it for our broadcast tonight. Sorry we had some issues there, but we got them resolved and got you the rest of the ball game as Georgia College falls tonight by a score of 7-4. Their late rally comes up short. Back with you again tomorrow at noon as the Bobcats and Panthers conclude the series with a double header. And for everybody involved on our YouTube broadcast, and for Al Weston, I'm Scott McLeod. We'll talk to you again tomorrow at noon for Bobcat Baseball on the Bobcat Broadcast Network.